Right, so we'll tie this black copper first then, alright? So like I said there, guys, this is just on a size 10. This is just for more for the demonstration purposes than anything else. So it is, just get this sitting right. Tighten this up. Right, this is dead simple. You'll get this, no problem. So just on with your thread. Now you have no tail on this. So just work the thread back till you're past the point, well past the point of the hook. And then you want to take your, get our scissors first. You want to take some red holographic tinsel. Now, you could use a large tinsel here at the back and then a medium tinsel for the rib. This is just medium stuff. This is just the Taxtreme hollow fibers. So just offer this up. Come around with a pinching loop. Just pull it in. Work the thread back. And you want to come around the bend a wee ways in this one. Not too far around. Just round a bit. Now, if you like, you can put super glue or varnish on there. It's up to yourself. And then just bring your red holographic tinsel up to create your tag. Catch this in. Now, I'm not going to use varnish or super glue. Then what I'm doing here is just working the thread forward and open turns. Catching the tinsel in. And then I'm just going to bring this round. Just fold this back. And then just come back down.
You just do that for speed more than...
An open turn. No, well, what you don't have to cut it then, you know. So just trying to show you there. So just bring it back down to there, right? Then you want to take your black dubbing. This is not exactly black. This is the what's known as the Ballandary black from the traditional Irish dubbing range, but any black dubbing, seal's fur, rabbit dyed black, any sort of black dubbing at all. Now, you seen what I've done there and dubbing it on, right? And then you just get it set onto the hook. No wax is required. And then you can just twist, turn, twist, turn, twist, turn. And this is tightening as you go, and you can slacken off when you want and tighten up again when you need to. And you're just looking to build that shape up in the body. Then I'm going to come up with the rib. And you're looking 4 or 5 turns. Just evenly space them out. Catch that in and trim away the waste. Lick a wax on the thread. Now, what did I do with them? Cock pheasant. Then you want some pre-knotted cock pheasant fibers. Now, the amount of legs you put on, it's up to yourself as well, boys. You decide. It's going to be your fly at the end of the day, and you're going to be fishing it. So I'm just going to take off 4. So all I do is just bring them out, bring them up, make sure they line up, and turn them off. And then just come in and take the legs. Now, this is the point where you can make a decision. You can have these down, you can have them up on top, you can have them on the sides, just whatever sort of way takes your fancy. Because you're going to pull this, so the legs are going to go back anyway. It's a pull and hammer. The length of the legs, another personal preference. It's up to yourself. So if I just hold these on here just to show you, I'm just probably just coming probably about 3-4 mil, something like that, past the bend of the hook, right? Then just hold them. Let's come back out again. That one doesn't want to sit for me. That's it now. Yep. just come back in, just pinch, come round with a pinching loop, and just catch them in, nice and tight. And then they're wanting to stick up, just give them a wee press, bring them back, happy enough with that, trim away the waste. And then just come straight in with your black hackle. Any sort of black hackle. Because this is because you're going to use this maybe on a team of watts, you want to pull it. You just check the length. Offer this up to the hook. You're coming round 1, 2, 3. Come straight in. Fold the tip of the hackle back. Come back up over the top. Just catch it all in. Break away the tip. I have a pair of hackle pliers when we do it. I do. Just engage these hackle pliers. And then, nice and gently, just sweep, bring the hackle through, and come round with a turn. Same again. Just sweep, another turn, and you're just going taking one turn in front of the other until you're happy. Now, I'm just going to put one more in and then just come around and catch it off in underneath, like that. So I'm just going to catch it off, work it forward. The stem on this hackle's thin enough, so I can just come in and fold back the stem of the hackle and then just build up my head. Once I'm happy, break that away and then just come in with the whip finishing tool.
So there's no point in the black hackle tips here?
No,
Just you put that in there.
yeah.
Doing silver bodies on?
Yeah, it's the same thing, Hugh, same thing. So that's it. Them legs are probably pretty long, right? But that's just to show you. I would like, if I'm tying this just for myself, I'm bringing my legs just to there. It's just to show you. But sometimes it's good to have some long, short, in between. You know what I mean? And then all you've left to do is to stick a wee drop of varnish. Stick a wee drop of varnish onto that. And that's just basically your bog standard hopper, really. And you can pull this one. Now you can tie them with the stiffer hackles and as in cock hackles. And then you can kink them up. You can kink this one up too. Nothing to stop you from putting floating on this and pulling that through. But great wee flies for buzzers, hatching, and stuff like that.
Do you use it with locksmiths?
Yeah, you'd use that. You get a couple of buzzers hatching, you definitely consider sticking that. Black works. Black just works, doesn't it? All right, so you just want to crack on with that, and then we'll see how we get on, and we'll do the wee olive one. It's more like a chartreuse type of wet fly one. So this is one here. I'm going to put 6 legs on this one and shorten the legs up. Just catch it in. So that's it with the legs shorter there. No, just a wee bit shorter, and that I've just beefed the legs up with 3 on each side. And I'll just take what's left of this hand hackle, or the actual cape itself. And what's left on that. Stroke back the fibres. Be like a wax. catch in the tip. Fold the tip back. See them wee habits that I'm trying to show you, see that folding the tips back and catching it in, and sometimes it adds wee steps to your patterns, but it basically makes the fly last longer, I think. And then we're just coming round with the turns of hackle. That was Eddie, it showed me it. Well, that's 2, 3, and I'm going to beef this one up an extra wee bit and stick another turn in to there. I have a video where you just get yourself you can just use a needle like that, or else get yourself a crochet needle. Just create the loop, and then just pull it through. Yeah. It's easy done, Nick. It's easy done. Right, take that off. It's a wee bit longer. And then come in, throw a whip finish in. Oh. Take this out. Just pull the thread tight. So that's one there, look. Just a wee bit more sort of way bushier with an extra turn of the hackles and an extra couple of legs on it.
I meant to ask, I'm going to ask Sandra for a decent pair of towels. What would you recommend?
What are you asking for?
Decent pair of scissors.
Oh, listen, you'll not go wrong with them. See them scissors there, them tungsten scissors that I'm using.
What are they?
They're from they're Vineyards tungsten scissors.
I see the fly thread.
See them there? Look at that. You see it? They're usually up to about there, because what I do is I sharpen them. I just sit and sharpen them. So I'm going to get an oar hook in the vise here then for the next fly, all right, boys? So just let me know when you're ready for the next one. You just finishing off that oar one there, Hugh? That's right. Your cup of tea. Oh Jesus, that your old church provides a good cup of tea, doesn't it? What's wrong? Yeah, boys, you're not using one of them magnifying. You need to stop using that magnifying thing. Have you had your eyes tested? You had your eyes tested? Right, boys, we'll start this one, okay? So, first thing is the tail. So the tail's a Glow Bright Floss number 8. You got Glow Bright Floss? No? Here, hold on. So what you want to do with this is just take it round your, that's it, that'll work. You want to just take it round your hand. Right, so depending on how thick you want your tail, depends on many times you want to take it round your hand. So what I do is I just hold it against my index finger with my thumb, bring it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times for me. Anywhere between 6 to 8 times. Well, that's around your fingers. Just trim it away. Here, young Daniel. Take that there. If it's not manageable, then you can cut it in half and you'll get a couple of flags out of it, all right? Have you got some more, Hugh?
No, man. I just stick to using hammers here. How do we use it?
Right, so So you're looking at, you can use a black thread for this if you wish. I'm just gonna, this is a Uni 80 in chartreuse. So again, this is another pretty standard wad fly that's good for beginners. Now just taking the thread down again until I'm past the point of the hook. Then I'm going to take my Glow Bride floss and just offer this up as long as you like. Come up over the back, come round with a pinching loop. Now see that, actually do you know what to do? I'm just going to trim this to show you. Just take that away a minute. So see the pinching loop? Try and get, so I want to be able to shoot, because this is probably one of the most, in my view, one of the most important techniques in fly tying. So what you do, you're bringing the thread up, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to exaggerate it really. You take the thread and you place it into your finger and thumb. Now you see where it's loose? And then when you bring it round, just slide it down and you're pinching it on, right? So same again, de-exaggerate it, bring it up, bring it in between your finger and thumb, and then just slide it down. And then what you do then is just work it to the back. But once you learn that technique, you're able then to just do it dead quick like that. And it's like whip finishing, it's just the memory, the muscle memory, right? So you get that back, the tail, it's up to yourself. Some people like it really short back here. I think I've said this in my YouTube videos. See the two grooves in the vise? I use the two grooves in the vise. So what I do is I'll just come in between the two grooves and trim it there. And that's usually on point for my length. Now the body, you can use olive. This is chartreuse. UV straggle. I think this is 5mm stuff. Now, I tied a wee fly, I think, for YouTube the other day. If I'm putting the body hackle down and I'm using this, I'm not leaving them that long. I'm trimming them down, all right? But that, again, my own personal preference. So you just take your UV straggle. You want to try and offer it up roughly to the same length. Come back around with that technique, bring it up. So bringing the thread up in between your finger and thumb and sliding the thread down. Same again, up in between your finger and thumb and sliding the thread down. And then I'm just going to simply work this forward, tying this in. But the importance of this part is just to try and keep it basically as level as you can the whole way up. Because you're going to get up to the top here and it's just going to sort of drop off. Now you've only got a hackle on this, so you want to bring your thread up with your body up within the length of the hackle. Now you see when you take this stuff, because this stuff is pretty long to be fair, sweep it back, come back round again, sweep it back and come in front. And all you're doing is constantly sweeping back. This is a bit like the dubbing technique where you're twisting and turning. It's the same with this. Turn, just sweep it back, and you just work this forward. Now if you catch any down, and I don't have my wee Velcro brush with me tonight, but if you catch any down, you just simply come in and brush this out and brush it back. But that's it, you just work it up to there. Then come round with your thread. Nice tight turns. Tie that off. Come in, good pair of sharp scissors. It's definitely required for this stuff. Trim it away. Then come in, just sweep it all back. Anything that wants to go forward of the eye, just bring it back, bring your thread in front, and just work your thread up. Now, see at this point, don't need to tidy all this up. See some of the fibres at the front? Because you're going to tie your hackle in. So don't be wasting your time and your thread. Come back down over that, because you're going to do it anyway. So then you want to get yourself another hen hackle. this one here's dyed a light olive. Come in, depending on how many turns you want, all you're doing is creating that Christmas tree type shape. Just going to remove the rubbish from the bottom. Offer this up to the hook. Come in, same like we did with the wee hopper, a couple of turns to catch in the tip. Fold back the tip of the hackle and then work the thread back up. Come in, remove the tip of the hackle, and then it's just a matter, guys, of, again, much like with the body, just sweep the fibres back and take a turn. Again, sweep the fibres back and take a turn. Now, turns of hackle here are up to you, especially if you're using a hand hackle. You just need to be careful with the amount you're putting on. Now, I'm just going to put another sort of a half turn onto there. Keep the hackle in underneath. What I do here is while I'm holding the hackle, right, I'm bringing my thread up, but I'm bringing the hackle down into it at the same time so that it's tight. And then you can come round and catch it in. Again, it's thin enough, but I don't want any extra fibres. So I'm just holding the thread tight, stripping that away. Again, important, drop of wax, and then just come in, fold the stem back, and any wee fibres, and just build up your head. Again, don't be shy with the head, especially when you're using neon threads. Like this. Keep your thread tight. You can break that away. And then just come straight in with your whip finishing tool. Now, this wee fly here, I think this is a variant, right? The way I have tied it here, there's a fly that Harry McAteer ties, and Harry Senior, that is, good angler from Northern Ireland, fishes competition. I've never met, don't know the man, but I've seen his name in the books. And this here wee fly's an excellent fly, excuse me, for Loch Malvern. This is a great wee pattern for Loch Malvern. And there you go now. Now, probably like that straggle, maybe 2-3 mil. I think the stuff that you have from Trail, Tim, is a nice size for this. No, I know. It's longer, shorter. I don't know. That must be 7. Maybe that's 7 then. Oh Jesus, no, that wouldn't be 7 mil. No, that's not 10 mil. That no way. But look, if I'm putting a body hackle down that, even if it's a 3 mil, I'm still. But that's just me. That's me just chasing perfect. Alright, look, one important thing is, right, just while you're around me, do not be licking your fingers and sweeping that back. Please just don't spit on flies. Please, do you hear me? I know, but listen, mate, please, let's not spit on flies. There is some good things to spit on in life. It's good etiquette, but listen, there's some things you have to spit on. There's sort of thing. That's for another video. No, we're not doing that next week, not unless you're taking it. I get the camera set up in the corner. But I just let you know, just as a disclaimer, I'm not getting involved in that. I'll be outside having a cup of tea and a smoke. Yes. Preferably with nothing on.
I'm bringing a bottle.
Buckfast. So there you go, guys. That's that wee one. And I suppose too, look, you can tie variants yet, because that straggle comes in all sorts of colours. And sure, you can get it anywhere. The suppliers that does this stuff nowadays, you can get it anywhere. But honestly, I know you do, Hugh, but Daniel, I know David does, Tim, says, this is a great fly for Melvin. That wee pattern. All right? They do. Okay, so, same thing. Nothing's changed in the pattern, only we're putting the legs on this time. So coming in with the thread, and we're starting to thread off where we want our body hackle to be. So see if you envisage the fly. See if you envisage the fly in front of you. Once you've, I'll give it away here, but once you've tied it, the first one. So if you're reading it out of a book, or you're watching it on YouTube or TV or whatever it is, tie the first one, set it in front of you, and then you'll know, take your time with the first one, don't be rushing none of it. Get your proportions right. And if you make a wee mistake in the first one, then you know when you tie the second, right? Yep. So when I'm envisaging tying this and whenever I'm starting off, I know where my tail's going to be, so you just bring your thread in, and I want to start there. That's where I want my body to sort of way end, and my body hackle to begin. So just run on the thread. Then you take your Glow Bride floss number 5. And we'll just catch this in. Pinch and loop, just like I showed you, demonstrated to you earlier on. Work the thread down. What to do with the scissors? There they are there. And then just come in, take your Glow Bride floss, bring it round. You'll feel your thread. Just trim the length of the body because you want something to tie in. Again, tail, no personal preference. You tie it to whatever length you like. Now, you're going back to your 2 rib scenario again. So, what I do is I take the Opal Mirage and catch in the Opal Mirage on my side of the hook. Pull it into length. Then you want to take your rib. So this is going to reinforce your Opal Mirage and catch in your body hackle. Only this time, you want to catch this in on the side of the hook. Bring that round, bring it in. That's facing you. Now you don't need to worry about lumps and bumps. But what you do need to worry about is you want to make sure that you're actually tying in the actual materials, as in the Glow Bride floss and the actual ribs. You want that. See, when you're tying a palmered fly, it's your rib that's holding everything else together. So if your rib comes loose, the hackle's going to come off, the body's going to unwind the tail. So just work your thread back until you're tight back up against your 2 ribs and your tail at the back. And this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it a wee bit darker. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a darker claret in the traditional Irish dubbing. It's the exact same process as take your dubbing, give it a twist. It'll stay there for you, and then keep turning it, twisting it, finger and thumb the same direction. Don't be doing this. See this? Don't be roll, because all you're doing is rolling it. Twist it onto the thread until you're happy. You'll know yourself. Then come round, get your first turn or 2 onto the hook, and then you're twisting. And I know sometimes you struggle with this, Rob, so you're twisting, right? So twist, turn, and just get that wee rhythm into your head. Twist, turn, and just work that up. And there you go, just to where we started. Sweep your fibres back and bring your thread turns in front. Then at this point, you want to come up with your Opal Mirage first, not your silver wire. Come up with your Opal Mirage, and you're basically looking 4 or 5 turns, whatever you like. Just bring it up through the body, follow this around, and catch this in. And then we'll come in and we'll trim away the waist. Then we'll go to your body or hackles. You just want a claret hackle. Now you're going to put your body hackle in first before you put your legs on. So it's the body hackle, your legs, and then the two front hackles, right? So like I say, this is a variant. So just come in, catch it in, like a wax. At this point, you can fold back the stem on this one. So you'll be able to judge this, guys. See with the hackles that you're working with, see if the stem's thin enough. If you're comfortable, definitely 100% get that hackle folded back. It's going to make the fly a wee bit more robust. Then we'll just come in with the hackle pliers, just so I can show you what I'm doing. Just engage the hackle pliers. And then you're coming round, Rob, just the way I showed you in the last one. Put your first turn in, and then your next turn is in behind that turn. So it's not a turn directly on top, right? Yep, so you've taken your first turn, right? Just sweep this. I'm exaggerating this just so you can see it, bringing your fibres back. So you've taken your first turn. You come round with your next turn in behind the first turn. He's picking that up okay in that, right? So that's what you want to do. So just going to bring it back again, right? So you've taken, now, catched it in at the butt, at the back, right? You take your first turn. There you go. So that's the first turn, and then just angle slightly backwards, and you're coming in right at the back of that turn, right? We'll take 3 turns in this one, just to show, just to demonstrate. So another turn again. Don't keep it 90 degrees from the hook shank. Just tilt it back slightly, come round, and another turn in behind that. So that's 3 turns now. See at this point, fix that. See at this point, you want to take your hackle and come in between each turn of the Opel Mirage, working back. So it's roughly about 3, sometimes 4 turns. It just depends what way you wind your rib. Now, when you get to here, don't let go of the hackle tip. Come straight in with your wire, catch in your hackle tip, and then simply forget everything else. Just work the wire up the body. You can remove your hackle pliers off the tip of the hackle, sweep your fibres back, right? You bring this wire nice and tight in underneath, up to there. So it's on my bed. I have a wee bed of thread down there at the front. Follow this around with your thread and bring the wire into the thread. Now, I want the now, because we're going to start to finish the fly, is to work the thread down till the hook. Bend and break away the wire. Now, your bravery test is, if you've tied this right and the wire's tight, you just pop it off. Don't go in with your scissors. You get a far cleaner cut. It's not a good habit, by the way, so I'm not trying to teach us a good habit. I'm just trying to say, if you break it, you get a far cleaner cut, right? So at this point, sweep this back, and then bring your thread back, tight up, right up, guys, against the body hackle. Now, if I had a Velcro brush, which I don't have with me, I'd be brushing that back. No, softening it up, brushing it all back, getting it out of the way. So then your legs. So I've give you dyed red ones, right? So you just want to come in, and again, much like the wee hopper, up to yourself here, boys. Now, you'll see me ripping them off in 3s and 2s and just putting them up, right? But to make it a bit more easier, take 3, set them on your desk when you go home, or if you're going to tie these at home. Take your other 3, just bring your fingers through and get the pheasant tail fibres lined up, and make sure that the tips aren't broke, and then take them 3 off, right? So we'll just do it individually to show you. Then come in. Now, when I tie Georges, and it's a great fly, it's up to you what you want to do. I wouldn't have them down like this on a George. That's my own personal preference. So I would rather I would have these in the side, or slightly up until the hackle like this, right? And just slightly longer. So let me tack the first ones in to show you. So just come round with your thread. They're just loose turns just to hold it, right? Just ever so slightly longer. Bring these fibres back because I don't know if it's picking it up. Ever so slightly longer than the tail. You can have them longer if you want. Remember what I'm saying to you is it's your fly, it's your pattern. You're the fly dresser. You're dressing it for you, and you do you. Now, I'm happy with that. So at this point, just come in and take another couple of turns and catch that in, and then just come in and trim these away, right? Now, you've got your first ones tacked in. You've got them tied in. So this gives you your measurement for your second set of legs, right? So you just come in. Now, don't forget, you're working away from yourself here. So you're working on the other side of the hook. So you want to come in, just put them up, check the length now. They're slightly too long. So I just slide my fingers back, give them a wee gentle rub together. I'm happy with that now. So what the pressure that I'm putting on here is on my index finger. There's no pressure on my thumb. All the pressure I'm putting on is on my index finger, right? Now, like I showed you earlier on, and I'll exaggerate again, bring the thread up. Let's bring it up, a wee bit of thread out to work with. Bring the thread up, bring it in between your finger and thumb, and see how loose that is. Because the loop's there, right? And then just gently draw it through because the pressure's on my finger and my index finger is guiding the thread down onto the actual material. So same again, bring it in, nice and loose there, look, and just drag that down through and catch it in, right? And that's our legs on. And then just chop that off, sweep your fibres back. If you're using wax, I know Big Tim, he's using wax, or just wee drop of wax onto your thread. Bring your thread to the eye of the hook. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm now putting the base down for my last two materials and then work the thread back up, tight against the legs, and that's the effect that you get with the legs on top. So see when you're pulling, not, the lift and draw technique, so the dibble, as one of my big mates likes to call it, the dibble. You're bringing it up, you know yourself, and you're fishing Melvin and stuff, Dave, right? Now, excuse me, this is your Amherst feller. Give you all Amherst fellers, all right? You really don't want now this feller's actually not too bad, but you don't want to batten this in at the butt. Because what you're going to see is you're going to see a big massive fat stem in your fly, right? So the first thing to do is, see the fibres, just bring it back. Well, that one's broke, so we'll need to get another one. No, we'll get away with using this. What I was trying to demonstrate there is you just bring the fibres back and then you can use that as a bit of a grip. All right? Now, I'm going to get away with that, tying this in, because I've enough of a stem there. And it's much like if you're tying in a cock hackle, guys. You just want to come in and get your length that you wanted. This will tell you how many turns that you're going to take. So we're going to offer this up. Actually, I'm going to try and show you Rob this way, so you can see. You bring this round this way. I'm going to lean it awkwardly over this, but it's just to demonstrate. So see when I'm tying, can you see that okay? Yeah. Can you see the hackle, right? So what I'm doing here is, the pressure's now on my thumb. It's not on my index finger, right? I'm going to catch it in 1, 2, 3, right? And then take the tip, and I'm folding it back, and I'm bringing my thread back up, but tightly, compressing the feather down. Work the thread back up tight to where you caught the original hackle in at the start, right? And then if you keep your thread just slightly tight, you just come in and you just break that away, and you get a far cleaner cut. You cut that with scissors, it's going to leave you a stump, wee stubs of fibre, right? We'll bring it back round. Now, I'm going to engage the hackle pliers onto the hackle. And the turns here, guys, are up to you. Now, Amherst feathers, they're not the most robust, and that the stems are thin, mainly, when you get them, right? So you just sweep the hackles back, like I was saying to you earlier on, Tim. So just want to demonstrate it again. So you're coming in, you've got your hackles back. Don't overthink it. It's just a fly. All right? Nobody's going to die in a ditch. So you're just sweeping it back, bringing it round, coming round, bringing it up again, and once you're ready to go into your next turn, you're just sweeping it back, holding the fibres back over the back of the pattern and taking another turn. Right? And then you have a decision here to make, so you can keep going and you can use up the full feather. But see how it's too much now?
Yeah.
Right? So what I want to do is, that's one turn, and I just want to come round and put another turn in there, sort of way a half a turn, and then come in and catch this off in underneath. And what I'm doing is forcing the feather down in to my thread, catching it in, getting another couple of tight turns in. That wee fibre out of the way here. Just bring it back. Right, now I can fold this back because I know that the stem's thin enough or thin enough. Now, what's important here is that you take off some or if not all of the fibres, because if you don't, you'll create bulk at the head and you'll create a step. So there's the stem there, what's left of the stem of the hackle. Just come in and sweep it back. Your thread's already at the eye again. From the eye of the hook, work your thread up, and you just come in and locate the stem and just trim it away this time. Now, see this variant of the George? I'm going to tell you, boys, see in a size 12. This is, see on the likes of Keenigan and stuff like that. This is a great wee fly, that's right. Now, again, for demonstration purposes, I showed you on the first one, get a new feather, catching it in at the tip, but you can catch it in at the bottom. So, at the butt, see the butt end? Now, what you want to do, that's too long for me, right? Yeah. So, come up a wee bit, have another wee check. Still a wee bit too long. Come up again and just bring the fibres out. You're not ruining the feather by bringing the fibres out. Come up and check. Right, that's a bit better. So I'm starting. See here? I'm going to strip this off. There. I'm stripping that off to there, like that, right? Now we're tanning it at the butt. So you offer this up. Again, the stem is thin enough. You catch it in, and like a wax, flip back the stem of the hackle, nice and tight with your thread turns here, by the way. Work this back up, come in, you break that off, right? Now, see this time, because you're tying it in, facing up the way, I shouldn't need the scissors to fold this back, look, because the fibres want to naturally, see, look, fold back that way. Whereas when you're tying it in by the tip, it's not always natural that the fibres want to go back. So you're forcing them back with your blade. Now, much blue as you want, boys, really up to yourself. If I'm looking what I'm working with here, I only want another turn in. And that's going to be plenty for me there. So I'm going to come round with my thread, catching in the stem of the hackle, another turn. Again, if you want to fold it back, just bring the feather. You're not going to be able to rip them off now. see this way? So what you have to do is hold your thread and the hackle tight and take them off away from you. But at this point, do not, under any circumstances, let go of your thread, or else your hackle will just unravel, all right? So we've got it in, we're then going to sweep it back. So you're just going to come in, bring it up over the top of the thread, sweep this back, nice and tight. So everything's back, everything's out of the way. You've got the confidence that you've the hackle tied in, and this is just locking it in. So you're working the thread back up over the stem of the hackle, nice and tight, not onto it. Well, should be able to break this off. That's how tight that hackle was tied in there. Another turn to tidy everything up. All right? Keeping your thread tight. This is the most important. See, with fly tying, guys, there's only a few techniques that you need to sort of way get the grips with. This is one of them as well. The pinch and loop. Don't let your thread go. All the tension is in your thread. You've got your wee pattern tied in. It's looking the bee's knees. Just come in with your whip finishing tool. Again, keeping the tension in the thread, and whip finish on the head, on the area of the head. Don't be feeling that you need the whip finish back the way. I see that too sometimes, where people are coming in and what they're doing is they're whip finishing back the way. See like this, look. See over the top of the fibres. Don't whip finish back the way. I'll just show you again, even though the fly's finished. So bring our working thread, get it into a working position. So you come in with your whip finishing tool, in at the bottom, right? Bring it up, clip it in at the top. Twist the whip finisher, because I'm right-handed, I'm twisting it to my right, so back in. I'm twisting it and bringing the thread up at the same time, look. And I'm actually not twisting this now with my right hand. The thread is moving it around for me. Create the triangle and just come in and put in your whip finish again and whip finishing on the head. All right, Willie? You're wrapped up, and then just take your varnish. Yes, good man. And then just take your varnish and get your varnish onto your thread, right the whole way right round. I don't worry about getting it into the eyes, guys. I just clean everything off, clean the eye out, and there you go. That's a variation of the Gorgeous George. There doesn't need to be a variation of the fly. That's me just playing about with it, because the original pattern in the Clarendon Olive, it's an absolute killer fly. But there you go, that's just a wee slight variant of it. You's happy? Okay? Dead on.